people, it's Dante. Today we're walking along the Schuylkill River Trail. Check out the colorful street art. I love really colorful graffiti. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna walk towards the art museum steps today, or perhaps, yeah, just behind the art museum basically. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, it's very cold today, so I have a face mask on, hood up, and yeah, I'm just staying bundled and warm because it is very cold, maybe 25 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see some snow kind of stuff in the water, I think. Maybe that's what that is, because yesterday it actually snowed a bit. Maybe the water's starting to turn into ice, you know? Yeah, it actually snowed for like a couple minutes, only like 5 minutes, 10 minutes it snowed yesterday. But needless to say, it is very cold. Look at the new condos that are opening, new apartments. There's also a new grocery store, The Giant. It's pretty awesome. They have really good big windows and areas to sit and actually look out towards the Schuylkill River, which for me, right, this is like one of the most beautiful places to walk in the city of Philadelphia. So yeah, it's a great place to start each day. Usually I've been walking the South Street Bridge side and going along the boardwalk. I actually just came from there, and I'm just gonna continue the walk. And yeah, let's have a freestyle vlog, shall we? Yeah, firstly, it seems nice to like walk on the dirt, walk along the path that is sort of uneven and unexpected, instead of the sort of concrete road or the asphalt gravel road, whatever it is. Yeah, it seems like just connecting with the earth generally is a good thing. Being surrounded by trees, being in the outdoors, right? Under the sun, under the moon. We have the moon out there. You know, the open world, the endless open world to explore. You know, what keeps me coming outside of my door despite having freezing temperatures? My curiosity, right? I believe that curiosity is critical to consider in life, where, you know, that's what leads me out the door. That's what keeps me going and pushing and making new art each day and exploring this world that we live on. I find that asking, as a photographer, asking this question, this has been fueling my lust for life itself. What will reality manifest to be in a photograph? Right? This is a very interesting question to consider, because at the end of the day, we're merely curious, and to follow that curiosity will lead you into many unexpected situations where we can conquer the world, right? We can fly high like that plane up in the sky and go wherever we desire. This statue by Walter Hancock, Air. I like this. This one is really special for me. I like walking by this and photographing it. After the mid-1800s, the river became contaminated with sewage and industrial waste. The river was primarily used for transport until industrial use declined in the mid-20th century. Industry transforms the hidden river. Until the early 19th century, the banks of the Schuylkill were a scenic retreat. Mansions dotted the riverbank, and institutions moved to the Schuylkill to take advantage of the pleasant and inexpensive land. On March 25th, 1805, the city assembly changed the charter to allow industry along the bank of the tidal Schuylkill below the Fairmont Dam. As manufacturing grew in the 1800s and 1900s, business expanded to here to take advantage of river and rail transportation. I like looking at these old photos. I really enjoy reading these signs and just learning as I go along the path here. You know, we have Independence Hall, Old City, a lot of really historic neighborhoods in Philadelphia, and to read the plaques, to read the signs, right? To be a student of the street, I believe, is an interesting concept, right? Where through walking and through watching and through talking with people in the flesh, we can perhaps learn more And I find that experience, really, it's the greatest teacher. So consider yourself an amateur of life. Consider yourself an amateur photographer. Consider yourself a child forever. To embrace the world with childlike wonder. This is how to remain forever curious. Where anything and everything can become a potential photograph. To set the camera and forget it. P mode, simple enough. Point and shoot. Simply curious about the results, right? What will reality manifest to be in a photograph? Longevity being a very important goal of mine. To continue making new pictures is very critical. I want to make photos until the day that I die, right? The impermanent nature of life. You know, it seems like we're here for an instant, a blip. You know, to embrace that and to embrace the sort of wabi-sabi aesthetic within the photographs you create, right? To embrace the impermanent nature of things, to look at the withering of the leaves, to find beauty in imperfection, where imperfection becomes perfection, right? These things we should uplift, right? To embrace the mundane and to find beauty in the simplistic things around you. You know, every moment, live moment to moment, and just embrace the chaos and this sort of spontaneity of the street, where we laugh in the face of it, right? And to laugh more is a good idea, right? To just not take yourself so seriously and to have fun and to be joyful and to spread love, right? Because at the end of the day, we're only here for a short amount of time. So just embrace the spirit of play. You know, that's my message of the day. And I feel like that will be the message of the day until the day that I die. But, okay, enough about that kind of stuff. I had some crazy dreams, yo. I had some crazy dreams. Crazy dreams. Last night, went to bed 8 p.m. You know, I hop into bed at 7, get nice and cozy. I have this amazing bathtub. I take these like hot baths before bed. Usually not scorching hot, just regular warm baths. But then I had the idea, let's just crank it to the max. Because I do the cold showers, maybe it's good before bed to do extremely scorching hot baths and to have that sort of yin and the yang, the sort of hot and the cold, whatever, and sort of train my body. I could only sit in the bath for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Bro, fucking scorcher. Like, you can feel like, I don't know, for me it was like the sensation on my palms. That's where I felt the most sensation. And man, you know what? It's almost like a sauna or like a steam room, because I came out of the tub after just 3 or 5 minutes, sweating, completely sweating. And it really helped me actually get into bed and to sleep deeply, and nice dreams emerged. So in my sleep, I had these very futuristic dreams. Firstly, the dream I recall was I was in some sort of like futuristic war room or sort of science lab or something, and I was interacting with this like holographic computer interface and some monkeys, and we were trying to implement artificial intelligence within the monkeys and try to learn what they are capable of with this sort of new technology, right? I'm very interested in AI recently, so it's no wonder these dreams emerged. Looking into this war room kind of like place, I kind of had this like first person perspective where I then began interacting with a robot and sort of controlling it remotely. It almost felt like sort of telekinesis, like mind control kind of situation. I think it has to do with like haptic feedback. So like I remember looking down from the first point perspective, and I was moving my feet, or I was moving my legs, and as I was moving my legs on this like treadmill like surface, I was receiving haptic feedback from the feet of a robot, and I was essentially controlling a robot in the other room, moving about. Like if my arms move, the robot moves. If my head moves, the robot's head moves. And you would get haptic feedback when you go to you know, touch things and grab things and move things around. Sesh Hollow Water, boys. Team Sesh. Google Team Sesh. Go on YouTube and type in Team Sesh. We the kings of the underground, baby. And so yeah, that dream was weird. I woke up in the morning, grabbed the ChatGPT right away, of course, and began visualizing these concepts. When I typed the monkey dream in, the ChatGPT was telling me, oh, you know, you got to consider the ethics and morals behind using monkeys and things. But I think that we should go beyond these sort of basic ethics and morals in life in general, and to sort of create our own values. Considering recently when I was walking around City Hall, there was lots of these stickers plastered on poles. It would be funny if I ran into one right now. In one of the videos I made recently, I ran into one, but it basically says, do you like eating babies? And I was like, no, what the hell, like this is weird. And then I went to the website because I looked at the photo I made of it and it was basically showing you know, like factory farming, animal farming or something. I have no idea. It's just like basically equating like eating. It was like a video. It was definitely some like vegan thing or something. Basically saying if you eat animals, if you eat animal meat, you essentially like eating babies. I don't know. I was like, this is kind of a stretch, right? To me, this is kind of a stretch. But it was funny nonetheless because I just had a laugh. I mean, can't take these things too seriously or let them bother you, because at the end of the day, right, like you have to go beyond and not sort of let other people's opinions bother you, right? To not remain never remain complacent with your own opinions anyway. And it's good to have other people that challenge your beliefs. But it's also good to call out bullshit when you see it and things that you don't agree with. And yeah, being 100% carnivore for the past year, I've never felt this good in my life. You can take my meat out of my cold, bare hands. You know, like I will not stop eating this food because I've realized how great it really is. Yeah, and it seems as though like effective altruism and sort of having this sort of grandiose idea of like saving the world, saving the planet, thinking of people like Bill Gates is maybe it's something to actually remain skeptical of, because, you know, just considering his, you know, sort of ideology around, you know, like climate change and, you know, Bill Gates, you know, just, yeah, what does he own? Like hundreds of thousands of acres of farmland or something, and he's an investor in these sort of like, what, Beyond Meat, sort of like fake meat sort of situations or products. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. Like, there's no way that I mean, just look at the guy, right? Like if you look at the guy, you can recognize he's not one to trust. I don't know, he just doesn't look healthy to me, so I'm not gonna eat his fake meat. But yeah, he owns a lot of farmland. This is the skate park, Paynes Park. Yeah, don't trust the Mr. Bill Gates. This is the skate park. Beautiful skate park. You know, this is Paynes Park. We really have a fantastic, like, this skate park is awesome. We have every different type of terrain. These benches are essentially like the same kind of benches they had in Love Park, you know, where all the street skaters go. We have this miniature quarter pipe that I like to do grinds on, dropping in from this quarter pipe here. What's amazing about this quarter pipe is it's actually made of bricks, so it simulates kind of street skating and the sort of streets of Philadelphia itself. Very, very good skate park. I mean, there's just a variety of terrain to explore, and it actually almost reminds me of Love Park with this back area with all the different ledges. So sick. I love this place. And I actually love that it's covered in all this graffiti too. It's just very cool. the sun, right? Set your circadian rhythm in the morning, find the sun, allow it to enter your soul through the eyes, stare at it, get enough sunlight, and you will go night-night before bed. You will find that your cortisol levels will drop and you will become more tired towards the end of the day. I like to think of, good morning. I like to think of, meat and like eating is just like a sleep aid essentially, where after I eat my meal around 5 p.m. I get really sleepy. But the more I stay fasted and the more I actually stay away from eating food, no breakfast, no lunch, the more sharp my mind and body is, the more energy I actually have. There's something about fasting. I like looking at the funny sort of graffiti and things. Sometimes I photograph it and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, then I went back to this dream, right? The visualization I had, I typed in like on ChatGPT, like robot, remote control robot, haptic feedback, my feet move the robot, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, ChatGPT basically said like, this is a revolutionary concept for, robotics. And this could be a really great idea for, people that are working in the fire department or the police department and things, where maybe they have to go and rescue somebody in a fire that's really, really, really bad, or they have to move something or do something that's something beyond the capability of man, and to use the sort of strength, or the monkey strength, of the robot itself to then save lives or do good things. I mean, it is perhaps yeah, maybe that's a revolutionary use of it. I mean, I was thinking of the movie Ender's Game, or book. Maybe it's a movie, I don't know. But I remember reading some book in like middle school, Ender's Game. And essentially it was like these boys on a warship in space fighting against like an alien race. And from my recollection, they were using some sort of technology like this, simulated reality, sort of virtual reality warfare. And yeah, it reminded me of that. Maybe in wars in the future they're going to be fought using robots and AI. Who freaking knows, man? It's kind of crazy to think about. But I believe to embrace the artificial intelligence, yeah, it's probably wise, guys. I think everyone should download it. Just pay the 20 bucks a month, whatever it is, for the visualization tool. That way you can see how good it really is. If you don't like it, just cancel the subscription, right? I think it's the future. I'm so in on it, and hope to continue to implement it within my workflow. Who knows what we can do. It seems as if there's endless possibilities, and it's only up from here, right? I remain forever optimistic about it. Just don't let just don't let Bill Gates run a fake meat factory with it, or invest in some technology that tries to save the planet, or like change, like the effect, like fix climate change. Like who knows what they'll do. I need my sunlight. I like having the sun. I like eating the red meat. So let's just keep these two things, and Dante will be forever grateful and happy and joyful and lusting for life. The simple biological nature that we were designed in. Like, I don't want to have a Neuralink chip in my brain, right? I like the bandwidth and the lag between me and speaking to my iPad and using the voice dictation, right? I don't want to put on a virtual reality headset. In theory it's interesting, but for myself personally, it's too cumbersome. It's too much. It's not of my interest. I've tried the Oculus. I didn't find it to be enjoyable at all. If anything, it just gives you a damn headache. Considering media, TV, news, social media, yeah, just don't read the news. Stay away from all external media. Sort of derive your own pleasure through creation of media if you're interested, and to uplift your own voice and to propagate yourself. You know, don't live your life through the lives of others. Can we trust anything written on the news these days? Can we trust anything on social media these days? I don't know. I kind of just assume everyone online is a bot, and going forward, I think it's going to become more prevalent with the use of the AI, right? Where video is going to become even better and better. The photos are very realistic, right? Just type in on ChatGPT, help me visualize a beautiful model at the Met Gala. You will see how realistic these things can really be. Fun thought, crosswalks, they're maybe not the best, right? Like, I actually think that jaywalking is better. Like, from my experience living in Hanoi, Vietnam for a month, I got to see just how much they jaywalk and how chaotic the streets really can be. But, you know, maintaining safety, maybe it has something to do with the fact that you're doing something illegal or doing something not safe, perhaps. Yeah, forget legality. You're doing something not safe, and because of that, your senses are more heightened and you're more aware of what's going on, and you'll be more safe. You know, I find that we're too dependent on like the beeps and the boops of the lights changing, you know, stop signs and whatever. Like, I think it's interesting, you know, these things, right? These signs and whatnot, this is like the universal language of the world, right? Jack Black, praise whoever that is. I don't know if that's Jack Black, but you know, like the no parking symbol, right? Like, everyone knows what that means. Is that a no parking symbol? I never drive. You know, to not drive is the future, right? To just be pedestrian forever, to continue moving your body, to walk. You know, one day these vehicles will be completely remotely controlled anyways. Oh man, the future of AI amuses me in a way. But yeah, I think city of Philadelphia is the best city in the world, the most walkable city, most beautiful city. Yeah, you just have to get a good coat in the wintertime. Canada Goose feathers seem to be good enough. You know, you got this awesome hood. Nothing can really penetrate me. I've got the ski mask on because, man, it, you know, when you breathe in the air from your nose, I mean, that's when it starts to get cold or whatever. I mean, if it's really freezing, I guess having this is a good idea. So yeah, if you're just bundled up and internally warm, the external weather doesn't really affect you at all. I mean, I feel nothing. Yeah, every day I like to come to a point like this where I can look out at the city. You can see the skyline in the background there through the smoke. The art museum, beautiful art museum. Check out the exterior of this thing. I mean, how grand is this? The classical architecture we have. Rome never fell. And yeah, look, exploration is my passion. Photography fuels my lust for life. My dreams keep me alive. To walk is to think. To move your body is the motivation. To create, to evolve, to become more. Credits are rolling. Let's do a Assassin's Creed loading screen. Here, look. I'm a rapper now. Just kidding, I never want to be a rapper. But maybe I need to make music. Maybe I need to improve my beatboxing skills. Maybe I'm gonna become the greatest AI generated musician. You never know. You never know. Just go slow and let life flow. And exist outside the passage of time.